Hello and welcome to my adventures. So it's early in the morning here on the 12th of April 2024. Just leaving my house and heading to the bus station. Why am I going to the bus station? Well, I have booked myself on a day coach trip to somewhere called Derbyshire. I'm going to Bakewell, where the Bakewell pudding comes from, and Matlock Bath. It's a day coach trip. Costs £28 return to Spalding with Hallam Travel. I've never been on a coach trip before, so let's see how the day goes. Exciting. I'm off to Derbyshire. So here we are at the start of the journey on the coach. Yeah, of course I've come right down the back. I like being right down the back. Got a nice view out of the window. We'll be leaving very shortly. It's full of pensioners. Everybody's about 80. Well, here I am, freshly arrived in Bakewell, and the first thing I find is a public toilet. This is a great start. Excellent start. So this has just arrived on the near the high street. First, oh, look at that, cheese and wine emporium, fish and chips. Liking it so far. So far I'm enjoying my experience. We've just parked up in a coach park, which is like a 2-minute walk from town. Looks absolutely gorgeous, and you see in the distance these big hills. The difference, living in Lincolnshire, where I've come from, Spalding in Lincolnshire, it's taken about 2.5 hours to get here. Oh my God, there's a fudge shop. I knew there'd be a fudge shop. I just knew it. I'll be going in there, and the cheese and wine. Oh God. So it took about 2.5 hours to get here. Totally comfy coach, really nice. I sat right at the back and no one else sat anywhere near me, so I had the whole back row to myself, just sat looking out the window. Unfortunately, while I was sort of admiring the view, it made me peckish, so I've eaten all my sandwiches. But as you can see, oh look, Bakewell pudding, the thing that it's famous for around here. We'll come back to that. So 2.5 hours, nice comfy seat, toilets, brought my own sandwiches, which I've eaten all of them, and now we're in Bakewell. And the difference coming from Lincolnshire, which is a really flat county, you go through Nottinghamshire and it starts to get a little bit more hilly, and there's lots of trees, which we don't seem to have a lot of where I'm in Lincolnshire. But as soon as you cross the border of Nottinghamshire and come into Derbyshire, which is where Bakewell is, just rolling hills and huge kind of things to walk up, massive hills. And now we're here, and it's just gorgeous. So there seems to be an awful lot of nooks and crannies and places to explore. Oh, hello, the wee dram. A whiskey shop. All right, we're going to go exploring. But yeah, so far, loving my experience of a coach trip to Bakewell, Derbyshire. We're here for 3 hours, and oh my God, that woman's just made some fresh sausage rolls. And then we're going back on the coach and going to Matlock Bath. Off to explore. Oh my God, more bakeries. Help me. Crikey, there's a bit of everything here. I mean, there's these beautiful stone buildings, but look, you've got everything from original Bakewell bakery goods to the Austrian sausage place to Whitby Jet. So there's a little bit of everything around here, but there seems to be an awful lot of food places. I can just smell sausage rolls and cakes baking, and everywhere you go there's Bakewell tarts and Bakewell puddings. Right, so if you don't know the story of the Bakewell pudding, the Bakewell tart was apparently originally an American invention, and what happened was, I think it's the Rutland Hotel in Bakewell back in the 19th century sometime, somebody was making a Bakewell tart, but instead of mixing the egg in to make the pastry, they poured it in and turned it into a pudding instead. I think that's the right story. Secret garden. So then it wasn't a tart anymore, it was a pudding, and it was a new invention, and that's what it's famous for. I think I got the story right. It's something like that anyway. So yeah, here we are roaming about. It is absolutely gorgeous here. Gorgeous. Look up there at that church in the hill. That's pulling me. Oh, in fact, that is the Rutland Arms. So that is the place where the Bakewell pudding was invented back in the 19th century. I bet there's probably a plaque on the wall somewhere where I can get the proper story, because you know me and research, I'm not that great at it. So I'm getting very distracted. I'm going to go look at the Secret Garden Cafe, and then I'm going to walk up there to that amazing looking church and churchyard. So I'll be back in a bit. Isn't this gorgeous? So you can see the big hills and peaks up there. This is the River Wye, so this is on the edge of town. We parked some car park over there. This is the River Wye that runs through the town of Bakewell, and I am pretty much blown away by Bakewell. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't think a couple of hours here is going to be enough to see it all. It's just filled with loads of cafes, loads of places that sell local cheeses, artisan bakeries, sausages, ice creams, fudge, just all local stuff. And there's loads of independent traders with arts, crafts, interest in like antiques and collectibles, and it is just an Aladdin's cave for everything. That's all I can say. I'm a little bit shocked at how gorgeous it is, and I think I will need to come back here and stay overnight to give me a chance to explore everything. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I said and go and get the proper story about the Bakewell pudding back at the Rutland Hotel and head up to that church. I just wanted to walk back to where I started because I was just a bit mind blown and sort of looking in all directions. But yeah, so far Bakewell is one of the most charming places I think I've ever seen. Absolutely gorgeous. Just walked through a charming little arcade and come out and there's a pet shop. And these ducks are at the pet shop. So I've just put you some food down there. Yeah, there's food there. They're trying to go in the pet shop to get their food. Anyway, yeah, I just came through this amazing little arcade with like a gothy kind of shop and antiques and collectibles. And hello, yes, I've just put you some. There you go, you found them. Yeah, I put your snacks on the pavement. Yeah, there's basically ducks absolutely everywhere. There you go. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your lunch. There's another little passageway. This one's called Hebden Court, and it's just, isn't it gorgeous? It's just sort of loads of these places with collectibles and very original looking things, like these amazing pots and toadstools. Just lovely things. Just lovely things, and then little tea rooms and places to sit. Just beautiful. Okay, so here we are at the Rutland Arms Hotel. Beautiful view in the distance of the hills. You can tell it's the Rutland Arms because there's hands coming out as railings. Can you see those? Anyway, while we're here, I've just read up. Right. The famous Bakewell pudding was invented accidentally at the Rutland Hotel when a cook misinterpreted instructions and poured egg mixture over the jam instead of mixing it into the pastry, and what should have been a tart is now a pudding. The hotel also has a literary connection in that Jane Austen is reputed to have stayed at the hotel whilst writing Pride and Prejudice. Bakewell has been identified as Lambton, which I assume is a location in Pride and Prejudice. I don't know, never read it, never seen it or anything. But anyway, so that's it. That's the Rutland Arms Hotel with hands for railings, which is very cool. Okay, I'm definitely now going to walk up the hill and go to that church over there and the graveyard. So I'll see you there. This is more like it. Town is lovely, and there are an amazing array of shops and cafes, but you come up to this graveyard just up the hill. Take a look at this. Stunning. I've just come inside this beautiful church. I'm not going to speak, but I'm just going to show you around a little bit. It's quite amazing. There's an art exhibition going on here at the moment. They're raising funds for the church. Wow, that was a absolutely stunning church. The reason I'm showing you this bit, you see bricked up arches up there, new stained glass window. This is the oldest part of the church. They're not sure exactly when it was built, but parts of this wall, which obviously has been renovated, date back to 1100. 1100. Anyway, there's a lich gate over there that I'm going to pass through and go and look for this museum. Wow, look at these. Crikey. Anyway, absolutely stunning view from up here. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Right, let's go and investigate the museum. Now, as I said, the town is beautiful, the shops and cafes are beautiful, but if you come to Derbyshire and you come to Bakewell, take a walk up the hill. Wow, just wow. Look at these tiny, this is a public footpath, by the way, I'm not on someone's land. Tiny little gates to go through. Oh, we might see sheep or cows or something, but isn't this just stunning? On we go. Here we are at the top of the hill. Look who I've found. They're adorable. Hello, darling. Check out this view. I stand up. What about that? 360-degree vista. Wow. Derbyshire, very beautiful, with very friendly sheep, yes. Anyway, I know I said I was going to the museum, but I sat on a couch for 2.5 hours and shuffling around inside isn't for me. I needed to come up here and see these guys. So, I'm going to head back down the hill now into town, get some stuff from the bakeries and cheese shops and the like, and back on the coach in about an hour to head to Matlock Bath. See what that's all about. I'll catch up with you later. Bye, babies. You're gorgeous. Check this out. Complete 360. And my my little sheep friends. I didn't get to stroke any of them, unfortunately. Yeah, this place, I'm coming back here. It's windy, hope you can hear me. It is absolutely gorgeous. Town is just amazing. It's just full of, can you hear me? Full of bakeries and cafes and antique and collectibles. Just absolutely stunning. And the most amazing church over there I've just been into. This needs more than a few hours, so I will definitely come back here if I can squeeze my way through the tiny little gap that is the public footpath. Look how small this space is to get through. Anyway, it's gorgeous here. Another hour, we're off to Matlock Bath. Hope you're having a nice time. This is not rehearsal. Well, this is the museum, which I was going to go to, but I've just found out it's £6.50 to go in, and I'm tight. But what an amazing, amazing building. Look at this place. I've just seen some information about it over here. Oh look, we're just up above the church. Can you see that hill over there in the distance? That's a big forest, and I just met a chap walking his dog, and he said it's a walk. You go past the golf club and you can go right up on the ridge of that hill. So next time I come here, I'll be doing that. But yeah, look at this old building. Amazing door. Lovely door. I do like a good door. Anyway, the story of the Bakewell Museum is thus. It was the Tudor house, built during Henry VIII's reign, enlarged twice in the first 100 years of its life. First house built in the 1530s. Good Lord. Good Lord. And this here says, in this cottage, outshut workers prepared raw cotton for Bakewell's cotton mill. There we go. There you have it. But yeah, it's £6.50 to go in. I can go and buy plenty of Bakewell puddings for that. So we'll leave that for another time. Hey, right. I am going back into town now, and I'm going to go to the bakeries and find some lovely things to take home. And when I come back, that hill over there will be one of my destinations to go for a lovely walk. I am absolutely charmed by Bakewell and highly recommend it for a visit. Highly recommend it. Okay, one final thing before I leave Bakewell. There are lots and lots and lots of places that sell Bakewell puddings, but I asked the locals. This one is the original one that sold them. So I've just been in and bought a selection of Bakewell tarts and puddings and scones and everything. So this is the original one that sold the Bakewell puddings. Okay, if you're ever in Bakewell, don't be fooled by imitations. Right, off to the coach. Okay, I know I keep saying it, but definitely the last thing in Bakewell before I leave. I've just come up all the way over the other side onto another hill, and I don't have time to do it today, but when I come back I will be doing this, the Monsell Trail, which the most spectacular part apparently is this big viaduct that goes through the middle of a forest, and it's the old railway line that was there from the 19th century that got closed down in 1968, which was the year I was born. And apparently it's a spectacular walk, about 3 or 4 miles though, so I haven't got enough time to do it today, but I started it. It's up there. I'll do it next time. Right, I better get back to the coach or they're going to leave me behind and I have to go to Matlock Bath. I'm definitely going now. Okay, bye. Okay, we've arrived in Matlock Bath. What I didn't know is Matlock Bath is where Heights of Abraham is, with the cable cars and the caverns. I did not even know. There was nothing on the brochure that said this place was here, and I'd completely forgotten. So I will wax lyrical about how stunning it is around here with these deep kind of gorges, but I just have to go and get involved in this. I've only got a couple of hours. Let's go. Oh my god, I had no idea this was here. So this is Heights of Abraham. It's a set of 3 cable cars that go up there. I think we're about to take off at any second. This looks like fun. It's $28.50. but then that gives you access to caves and the park, and you ride up and you ride down and everything. So you can get an annual pass for 57 quid and do it as many times as you want. I think we're going to shoot up in a minute, I think. Are we ready? Ah, here we go. We're rumbling to a start. Woohoo! Up we go! Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is very cool. Look at this. Whoa! I'm loving this. Oh look, let's wave at the people coming down. Hello! Hello! Oh man, look at this. This is cool. This is very cool. Wow. Oh man, look down there. Ha! This is fab. Coming to the top, we're slowing down. Whoa, that's some view. We're very high. We're very high. Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend this if you're nervous about heights, because the river is way back down there. This is good. Okay, I'll probably have to turn this off because I'm guessing... Oh no, hang on, we're not there yet. Oh, we're not there yet. Oh my god, no one's moving. We're all stuck. Oh, wouldn't that be funny? That would be funny. Oh no, they're just moving really slowly. Damn. Damn. Right, I'll switch this off again when we get to the top. Oh, this Heights of Abraham is very, very cool. So I've just come to the top on the cable car. You can walk back down if you want to, if there's a queue. And then we've got the Victoria Prospect Tower, which stands 800 feet above sea level. And it has 54 steps, and it's a viewing station. Well, I think I better go up it then. What do you think? Wow. Once again, some views you get here in Derbyshire. Wowee. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Very nice. I'll go and explore some more things now. Better get down that platform, hey? Wow, so we've come down a bit, went to the top in a cable car, then we went up the Victorian Viewing Tower. Now we've just come down a load of very, very steep, windy steps. I tell you, anyone who has mobility issues, they would not do well at Abraham's Heights, because Heights of Abraham, because it is really steep, really steep. You almost have to walk up things backwards like you do in San Francisco. Anyway, this is Upper Towers, which is a private residence, like halfway up the hill. Can you believe it? So where we are now is at the tavern, refreshments and visitor information, and a rooftop beer garden. And just over there where that guy with the pram is, that's the entrance to the Rutland Cavern, which is a Victorian cave, and there is a tour starting in 10 minutes. So I'm going to sit and enjoy this view and then go into the caves. Ooh. Very, very cool. Just had a tour down in these caves, the Rutland Caves. Some spooky bit up there they didn't take us to. Yes, very cool. One thing to note though, if you come down here, very entertaining guide, excellent chap. One thing to note, it is very uneven. It's wet on the floor and the temperature drops about 10 degrees. So make sure you've got something warm to wear, but definitely come down to the cavern. When we were in the mine, he asked us if we all came up the slope or we came up the steps of doom. These are the steps of doom. They lead to the original mine shaft. Jesus, they are steep as that. Hell. Tell you what, after walking back up the steps of doom, this is very welcome. Okay, still at Heights of Abraham. This is, I think they call this Tinker's Point. This is right at the top. So we came up on the cable car, got to the top of the hill, then we walked up the little tower, Then we headed all the way down the hill into the caves. Now we've come back up the steps of doom and then carried on coming up until we've got right to the top of the hill, this highest point, Tinker's Point or Tinker's Lookout. Now we're going all the way back down there because there's another cave and there's a tour in 10 minutes. And once we've done that, we've seen and done everything other than go to the cafes and that, but I got packed lunch, so I don't need to waste money on that. So yeah, there we are, still at Heights of Abraham. I keep calling it Abraham Heights, Heights of Abraham, and heading back down for the last tour of the day. Then if we get time, we'll have a quick nip into Matlock Bath, but the coach goes in just over an hour, so we'll see. Might have to leave that for another day. But yeah, absolutely love Heights of Abraham. Brilliant place, definitely worth a visit. Still got one more cave to go, but absolutely do not come here if you struggle with mobility or walking, because it is steep. Even my thighs are burning, and I'm used to walking miles and miles a day. I do like 23,000 steps a day, and even I'm like flipping heck. Anyway, off back down and into the caves.
Limestone rock. The limestone rock then got made bigger and deeper because anything that dies or anything that was living on the bottom of the ocean floor, like brachiopods, gets crushed and made into more rock under the weight of the water above the heads. Yeah, and see how lovely it is. Yeah, and when the world was formed, if you can't remember, it was one or two big land masses.
The forests die, and the rotting vegetation compresses and solidifies to eventually become coal. But we must move on. It is now 200 million years ago, and the land that will become Britain has drifted nearer to the equator, part of an ancient supercontinent called Pangaea. Catastrophic eruptions shake and distort the rock, and deadly fumes fill the air. Global temperatures rise, and the oceans acidify.
There we have it, the end of a marvellous day out in Bakewell and Matlock Bath. Sadly, I didn't get time to go actually through there and into Matlock Bath, into the town, because Abraham, oh, what's it called? I've got it wrong again. Heights of Abraham has taken up most of the day. Which is fine because it was amazing. And you'll see a photograph of a chap at the end, and that is our Russell, who does absolutely superb cave tours. If you're here, request Russell. He makes the cave tour. He really, really does. He's amazing. So thank you, Russell, for an excellent tour. And thank you to Derbyshire. I will most definitely be coming back here because I feel like there's a million things I haven't explored. Like up that hillside over there. I haven't been up that hillside. Right behind these houses. Look how far up that goes. There's houses up the top there. Anyway, I shall shut up talking. The day is done and I need to be on the coach in the next 20 minutes or they're going to leave without me. So that concludes the tour of Bakewell and Matlock Bath and Heights of Abraham. Totally recommend that you come here, and I will be back for a longer trip at some time soon. Meantime, I'm off home. I've got scones to eat on the coach, and somebody might have got to them. I left them in the overhead locker. Quick, get back to the coach, eat your scones. Anyway, bye for now. Who knows where I'll pop up next, but it'll be somewhere. Bye. Oh, this is cool. Just before I get on my coach, this is literally right by the coach park and the station's not far away. Look at this B&B. Fantastic. My coach awaits. Oh, I should also thank the lovely family that I met in the caves, who were very welcoming because I sort of joined their group. Absolutely lovely family, and we all came down in the cable car together, and yeah, they made the whole experience fun as well. And that's what I found. Everybody's very friendly around here. Very, very friendly indeed. So yes, thank you to that lovely family. I didn't get their names, unfortunately. That was silly of me. Anyway, we all had a lovely time. And now it's time to go home and eat scones on the coach. All right, until next time. I'm definitely going now. Thank you, Derbyshire. Thank you, Hallam Travel, for a great day out. Highly recommend Hallam Travel. 28 quid it cost me to come all the way here for the day. Fabulous. Over and out.